welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to learn about atoms and molecules. The concepts that we'll be covering in this lesson are atoms, atomic mass, molecules, molecular mass, difference between atoms and molecules, mole concept, percent composition, Avogadro hypothesis and its application, relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass. Let us begin the lesson with some fun facts. Atoms are tiny and can only be seen under a very special microscope. The word atom is derived from a Greek word atomos, which means indivisible. Everything is made up of matter, matter is made up of molecules, and molecules are made up of atoms. Different substances have different types of molecules, making each of them different. In the center of an atom is the nucleus made up of protons and neutrons that weigh the same. Protons are positively charged, whereas neutrons don't carry charge, making the nucleus positively charged. Electrons orbit around the nucleus and carry negative charge. The total negative charge of the electrons is equal to the positive charge of the nucleus, making the atom neutral. Every atom has the same number of electrons, protons, and neutrons. The electrons cannot run away from the atom as there exists an attraction between negative and positive charges. The first scientific theory of the atom was proposed by John Dalton. Few of the postulates of Dalton's were found incorrect by the later on studies made by other scientists. Most of the limitations of the Dalton's theory were removed, and a new theory known as the modern atomic theory was put forward. An atom is no longer indivisible. Atoms of the same element may have different atomic masses. Atoms of different elements may have the same atomic mass. Atoms of one element can be transmuted into atoms of other elements. Atoms may not always combine in a simple whole number ratio. Atom is the smallest particle that takes part in a chemical reaction. The mass of an atom can be converted into energy. Atoms are the building blocks of matter. Since matter has mass, it must be due to its atoms. According to the modern atomic theory, an atom contains subatomic particles such as protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons have considerable mass, but electrons don't have such a considerable mass, and hence the sum of the number of protons and neutrons of an atom is called its mass number. It is difficult to measure the masses of individual atoms because they are very small. The mass of an atom is measured in terms of atomic mass unit, which is 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom. An isotope of carbon, which contains 6 protons and 6 neutrons. The symbol AMU is no longer used in the modern system, and it instead uses the symbol U to denote unified atomic mass. The mass of a proton or neutron is approximately 1 AMU. As an atom is very small, its absolute mass cannot be determined directly. The early pioneers of chemistry measured the masses of equal number of atoms of 2 or more elements at a time to determine their relative masses, established one element as a standard, gave it an arbitrary value of atomic mass, and using this value, measured the relative mass of other elements. The mass obtained by this method is called relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass of an element is the ratio between the average mass of its isotopes to 1/12 part of the mass of a carbon-12 atom. It is denoted as AR. It is otherwise called standard atomic weight. The mass of hydrogen atom was chosen as a standard and later was replaced by oxygen atom. Now, the stable isotope of carbon-12 with atomic mass 12 is used as the standard. If the atomic mass of an element is expressed in grams, it is called gram atomic mass. Modern methods of determination of atomic mass by mass spectrometry uses C12 as standard. The relative atomic mass of some elements are given in the following table. How can one measure the atomic mass of an element? It is complicated because most of the naturally occurring elements exist as a mixture of isotopes, each of which has its own mass. The abundance of isotopes of each element may differ and are taken into consideration while calculating the atomic mass. The average atomic mass of an element is the weighted average of the masses of its naturally occurring isotopes. Here is an example. Let us consider an element which exists as a mixture of 50% of an isotope having a mass of 9 AMU and 50% of another isotope having a mass of 10 AMU. Its average atomic mass is calculated by the following equation. Inserting the values, we get 9.5 AMU as the final answer. The average atomic mass of some elements are given in the following table. Except noble gases, atoms of most of the elements are found in the combined form with itself or atoms of other elements, called a molecule. A molecule is a combination of two or more atoms held together by strong chemical forces of attraction, that is, chemical bonds. All compounds are molecules, but not all molecules are compounds. That is because a molecule can be made up of two atoms of the same kind, as when two oxygen atoms bind together to make an oxygen molecule. However, all compounds are made up of two or more different types of atoms. A molecule may contain atoms of the same element or two or more elements combined in a fixed ratio in accordance with the law of definite proportions. Thus, it can be an element or a compound. If the molecule is made of similar kind of atoms, it is called homoatomic molecule and is called a heteroatomic molecule if it contains atoms of different elements. A compound is a heteroatomic molecule. The number of atoms present in the molecule is called its atomicity. Let us consider oxygen. Oxygen has two oxygen atoms with atomicity value 2. Since both the atoms are similar, oxygen is a homodiatomic molecule. Ozone contains 3 oxygen atoms and hence is called homo-triatomic molecule. If a molecule contains more than 3 atoms, then it is called polyatomic molecule. As the molecules are made of atoms, they have their own mass. The mass of the molecule of an atom or compound is measured in the C12 scale and hence called relative molecular mass. Relative molecular mass is only a ratio, so it has no unit. If the molecular mass of a compound is expressed in grams, it's called gram molecular mass. Here is an example. Sulfuric acid contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. Therefore, relative molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 2 times mass of hydrogen, 1 time mass of sulfur, 4 times mass of oxygen, which is equal to 98. That is, one molecule of H2SO4 is 98 times as heavy as 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12. The differences between atoms and molecules are: atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element. Molecule. A molecule is the smallest part of an element or compound. Atom. Atom does not exist in free state except in a noble gas. Molecule. Molecule exists in a free state. Atom. Except some of noble gas, other atoms are highly reactive. Molecule. Molecules are less reactive. Atom. Atom does not have a chemical bond. Molecule. Atoms in a molecule are held by chemical bonds. Chemists measure atoms and molecules in moles, which denotes the number of particles. In the SI system, the mole is the amount of a substance that contains as many elementary entities as there are atoms in exactly 12 grams of the carbon-12 isotope. This is called Avogadro's number with a value of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. The study of the collection of particles by using mole as the counting unit in order to express the mass and volume of such unit particles in a bulk of matter is known as mole concept. 1 mole of an element contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms and it's equal to its gram atomic mass. 1 mole of matter contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules and it's equal to its gram molecular mass. 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters or 22,400 ml at STP. Number of moles equals mass by atomic mass, mass by molecular mass, number of atoms by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, number of molecules divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. The percentage composition of a compound represents the mass of each element present in 100 grams of the compound. Here is an example. Let us find the mass percentage composition of methane. Molar mass of methane is 16 grams. Mass percent of carbon is equal to mass of carbon, that is 12, into 100 divided by molar mass of methane, which is equal to 75%. Similarly, we obtain the mass percent of hydrogen as 25%. The Avogadro's law states that equal volumes of all gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. It follows that the volume of any given gas must be proportional to the number of molecules in it. If V is the volume and N is the number of molecules of a gas, then Avogadro law is represented mathematically as follows. V is directly proportional to N. V is equal to a constant multiplied by N. Thus, 1 liter of hydrogen contains the same number of molecules as in 1 liter of oxygen. Let us consider the reaction between hydrogen and chlorine to form HCl gas. H2 plus Cl2 gives 2 HCl. 1 volume of H2 plus 1 volume of Cl2 gives 2 volumes of HCl. According to Avogadro's law, 1 volume of any gas is occupied by n number of molecules. So n molecules plus n molecules gives 2n molecules according to the equation. So if n is equal to 1, then 1 molecule of H2 plus 1 molecule of Cl2 gives 2 molecules of HCl. For 1 molecule of HCl, half molecule of H2 plus half molecule of Cl2 should combine. Application of Avogadro's law. It explains Gay-Lussac's law. It helps in the determination of atomicity of gases. Molecular formula of gases can be derived using Avogadro's law. It determines the relationship between molecular mass and vapor density. It helps to determine gram molar volume of all gases. Relative molecular mass. Hydrogen scale. The relative molecular mass of a gas or vapor is the ratio between the mass of one molecule of the gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. Vapor density is the ratio of the mass of a certain volume of a gas or vapor to the mass of an equal volume of hydrogen, measured under the same conditions of temperature and pressure. According to Avogadro's law, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules. Thus, let the number of molecules in one volume be n. Then, vapor density at STP is equal to mass of n molecules of a gas or vapor at STP divided by mass of n molecules of hydrogen. Cancelling n, which is common, we get vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor at STP divided by mass of one molecule of hydrogen. However, since hydrogen is diatomic, vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of gas or vapor at STP divided by mass of two atoms of hydrogen. When we compare the formula of vapor density with relative molecular mass, they can be represented as vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor at STP divided by 2 times mass of one atom of hydrogen, which gives us vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass divided by 2. On cross multiplication, we have relative molecular mass is equal to 2 times vapor density. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel.